This one's for men who often get so caught up in how something's going to be received. I have to say something, a conversation, a speech at a mate's wedding, where I'm worried about it being received well. I want them to like it, to like me, and I get so in my head about how it's going to be received. Hey legend, I'm Mike Campbell, the anti-nice guy men's coach. I'm the founder of the Everyday Legends Academy, and I support nice guys in building self-worth, self-respect, and a deep sense of security so that you can kill your nice guy and get more from life, love, and the everyday. All right, let's hit today's coaching corner, a lesson from a coaching call with a client of mine. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how this was showing up for Steve in his life and the solution that we explored on our call. Steve is doing a speech for his mate, the best man speech at his wedding, and he's become very consumed with wanting it to be good, wanting it to be good, wanting it to be good. And the thing that we explored there was, well, what would determine what is good? What would determine what is good? And what we can see in that, which we see for a lot of men, not necessarily in this best man speech situation, but we get so up in our head about how something is going to be received by others. We're so attached to the outcome, and the outcome being something outside of our control. I cannot control how someone receives someone. All I can be committed to is what I say, what I need to say, and my delivery. And that was the thing here for Steve in that situation. So I invited him to reflect on what would determine if this would be good. And where he landed at the end of it was that I have delivered it well. So that's what we get to focus on. We get to detach from the outcome and how others receive it. And we get to focus on what would allow me to feel confident and good about my delivery. And even in there, he came in with these lines like, that I don't lose my place. And what we can see in that is setting him up to fail because he might lose his place. And in that, there's an expectation, don't lose your place. But if he does, all of a sudden he's frozen. Whereas if he gives himself room, if I lose my place, I calmly find my place again. And so what this is inviting him to is to focus on what is within his control, and therefore he can be committed to the delivery. I deliver the speech with presence, with focus, and from a calm place. And if I lose my place, I gently and calmly find my way back there so that I can feel good about how I delivered it. How it's received isn't up to him. And that is one of the things, if we're having a tough conversation at work or a meaningful, emotional, challenging, fearful conversation with a partner, I have to put down how they're going to receive it. And this is where so many nice guys get stuck. I'm terrified of how they're going to receive it. I get all in my head. I'm worrying, worst case scenario, how they're going to receive it. I go through all the scenarios. I brace for impact. We cannot control that. I have to put down how it's received, the outcome, and focus on what is it that I need to say and I need to communicate. And if I can focus there, it doesn't matter how it's received. Now I can determine how I communicate it with respect, with honesty, with kindness, with compassion. Sure. If I do those and focus on what it is I need to communicate, I can put down that attachment to outcome. And this is what we spoke about for Steve in this situation. He gets his point for the best man speech. He focuses on how he can deliver it from a calm, grounded place. And then he can just be in the moment of delivering it. And then he gets to determine, did I feel good about it? It's a very different, more powerful place to be in versus, are others going to think it's good? Because that will lead to him being nervous, nervous, nervous. Instead, we want to turn that speech into being of service to what he wants to communicate for his mate, who he is being the best man for. I trust that you get something from this. If you like this, if this supports you, share this with another man in your life. That has been today's Coaching Corner. Until next time, I'm Mike Campbell. See you soon.